Live stream lectures. I'm out here getting my walking on, and I decided let me go ahead and do a live stream lecture. But before I get started, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel. My channel truly would not be where it's at today without all of my supporters. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is, I'm going to give some more tips on relocating. If the audience is aware, I'm in the process of relocating out of the state of Florida to the state of Georgia. I've been in the state of Florida since I retired for about a year and a half, and the hurricanes ain't working for me. So, one of the things about relocating, and I've done it, I've lived in many states, is you don't just up and leave people. Especially when you're relocating from one state to another, you do not just up and leave. No, there's a lot of logistics and behind the scene things that must occur. Number one, you got to secure somewhere to live. You got to make sure. One of the things I did since I'm relocating towards the latter part of the year is now, one of the things I did was made a couple of trips out to the state of Georgia to get my living arrangements set up, check things out, all of that. One of the things I did before I'm leaving is I made sure, since I started my preparation towards the latter part of 2024, I deliberately stayed in place to gather all my documents, to make sure my business and personal taxes is being filed by the same CPA that I used last year. So my accountant will have all of my stuff ready for pickup February the 28th. That's critical because when you're leaving important business like that left undone, it's in terms of filing, because I had to wait on 1099s and all of that. So all of that is taken care of. That's real important. Because I'm determined once I exit up out of Florida, I ain't coming back there will be no reason for me to return. And also, I did a lot of research. I've lived in Georgia before. My cost of living is going to go down to the point where it's going to be virtually nothing, people, just by me relocating to the area that I'm going to be living in. In Florida, the cost of living in Florida for anybody is out of control. But I think it's because of the hurricanes. To me, I think the cost of living is higher in Florida than New York. That's insane. So, even without the hurricane, it's no way I was going to stay here. I'm all about dollars and cents. So make sure you contact your car insurance agent. My new residence is waiting on me. My new residence is waiting on me. I've already contacted my car insurance agent to transfer my insurance out of Florida to Georgia. When I did that, my car insurance literally dropped by well over $1,000 a year, people. I'm talking about a significant drop. And so I'm going to recoup all of that money. So you got to make sure you do all of these things before you leave. And you may have to make a couple of trips to the state that you relocate to before you exit out for good. And so the only thing I'm waiting on now is I got to pick up my accountant. My CPA will be done with my personal business taxes on the 28th. I pick my stuff up and I'm gone. I will be getting in my car and driving out of the state of Florida forever. That's how you handle your business, people. And I'm so excited. I'm just real thrilled. I'm basically, my bills are gonna literally have decreased to the point where now I'm going to be able to have more disposable income to invest in my financial portfolio for real. All the bills I'm having in the world is literally going to be $600 a month. You can't get no lower than that, but I'm going to get it lower than that. That's my game plan. So, and I'm recouping all this money. And I tell people, when you are living a debt-free life, It don't matter what you up against. You able to regroup, set your roots somewhere else, debt-free people. That's power. Because, the area that I lived in Florida was hit heavily by Hurricane Helene and Milton. I pretty much lost everything, but that's all good because all of my losses that I lost, to include my home, my accountant is going to make sure I recoup all of my losses financially. And but again, when you don't owe nobody, when you have no debt, and you lose everything, it's really more street strategy-wise to be able to regain what you lost. So you can regain a house. You can regain a car. When you lose all your worldly possessions, people, that's replaceable. Oh, that's replaceable. I'm talking real talk now. And by the grace of God, even though my house was destroyed, I had a buyer who wanted to buy my destroyed house as is. Yeah, damn right you can buy it. I didn't really make that much of a profit off it, but my point was, I had a buyer who wanted to buy my destroyed home, and I damn sure sold it. And like I said, even though I didn't make any profit, but by me going under a certified public accountant, I'm gonna get my money on the back end, folks. I'm here to tell you, I ain't worried about nothing. All I gotta do is get the heck out of here. And I'm so excited in terms of, just being here. And I don't see how some of these people in Florida lose everything through the hurricane and then they rebuild their home in the same flood zone. That don't make no kind of sense. So every year you're losing your home. I mean, who help me understand this? Even if you can get it replaced, but just going through the devastation of your home being flooded out, you're losing all of your worldly possessions. Sometimes your car gets flooded out. It's displacing your children. It's displacing your parents. Who want to go through that every year? Really? That, to me, I can't wrap my brain around that. And it took me one hurricane to see this ain't for me. And I talked to a lot of Floridians where they go through this every year. They prepare for the hurricane. They prepare high probability your home is going to suffer some kind of damage. Even if it don't get flooded out, you could get severe wind damage, power outage. The area that I lived in, the power was out for over 3 weeks after the hurricane. So it's having an inconvenience all the way around. It don't matter if you can rebuild, but just think about this. Who want to be displaced year after year after year? Your home is disrupted. Your kids are displaced. Everybody's displaced. Your car is damaged. Your home is damaged year after year. At a certain point, you got to cut your losses. I'm a wise person, and I know when to cut my losses. So I'm so excited to be up out of here. There's so many things behind the scene that you really need to take care of when you're relocating. Towards the last probably 5 days, I'm gonna go ahead and do my change of address with the post office, so it won't be no interruption in your mail. Make sure you update your mailing address with all of your financial institutions. Don't matter if you do it with the post office. No, physically take it behind to all of your financial institutions so they can update your new address in their database, so you won't have no problem using your debit card. So you make sure you get your banking statements. You got to do that, people. You got to do that. You got to do that. One of the first things I'm gonna do is I got the link with the regional VA in the area I'm moving in. As veterans, make sure you do that, so you won't get no interruptions in your benefits, none of that. So all of that logistics behind the scene will be done when I exit up out of the state of Florida. And I'm just so excited. And one of the other appointments I got set up is I'm gonna meet with a new financial advisor in the Georgia area. I'm just so excited with all of the disposable income that I'm now gonna free up even more, so I can continue to build my financial portfolio. But I tell people the key thing is eliminate your debt, people. You eliminate your debt. That'll give you more disposable income, so you can travel, so you can invest, so you can handle any type of financial emergency that may arise without skipping a beat. That's power right there. So share this information. That is all I have. Simplify, simple fidelis. And I'm going to leave you in the care. of your own conscience. Have a great day.